All right, we are live. We are live. Let me know how the sound is. I appreciate you. Let me turn this down here. Plug in my headphones. Hopefully everybody's having a great day out there. Hopefully everyone made it a great day. Let me know if my sound quality is bad or if there's anything I can tweak to make your experience better. But welcome. It's the we're about to get ready to go for our Knowledgewell University course. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll give people time to get in here. This is the pregame show before we switch over to the private. So come on in. So hopefully you can all hear me out there good. I'm just checking all my volumes and things. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Let me know how everything sounds before we get going. Just give people time to get on in here. This is your time. This is your pregame, where we come on approximately an hour before we switch over into the private. And hopefully everybody can see this on the Knowledgewell YouTube page. But this is our pro bono service where we kind of give back and allow people to jump on and ask questions. All right. Let's see if we can share this out there a little bit. Welcome. Come on in. It's the pregame show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with someone else out there. Let me know how my sound is. Let me know if the video quality is good. Welcome. Knowledgewell University is this evening, starting at about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're interested, there may be still seats available. You can contact Knowledgewell, the number 4, the letter U. I'll put it in the comment section. John Mello, welcome. Knowledge for you at gmail.com. I'll put it in the comment section. All right. And this is our Q&A session. It's kind of like pro bono service. Our thanks for all the support that you give. All right. So if you have any questions, this is your Q&A session time. I'm guessing 5 by 5 means the sound is good. Is that what that means? So yeah, let me know. At this time, you got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and we can go over that. We'll let some more people get on in here. Thank you and welcome. it is pro bono pregame show. Before we switch over to the Knowledgewell University, where it's a private course for those who have enrolled. And this is your time to get your Q&A questions in. We would do this maybe an hour before each class. Knowledgewell University is the trust course that we run basically 3 days a week for the next 3 weeks, today being the first. We finished up our first session, our first go around, went very well. People really appreciated the information and got their trust put together so that they can learn to administer their own estates and have that capability, making them competent instead of legally incompetent, where the state acts as your parents patrie. So yeah, we're letting people get on in here. Hopefully, yeah, make sure you share this, hit the like button, and we'll wait for some people to get on here. While we're waiting, maybe I'll pull up some old footage or something like that until we get a nice quorum going. And yeah, in the comment section, you can go ahead and put your information there or your question. Let's see, what can we run? Let's see. Everybody's probably eating dinner. I bypassed mine. Let's see. All right. What's a good thing? Let's see. What's one of my favorite? Maybe I'll run. Let's see. National Rise Day. I like this one here. I'm going to run this one. Let's see if it lets me do it.
YouTubians,
let me know if you can hear that.
The day that nature has made for you. You should take full advantage of it. Get up as early as you can. American nationals, you should be about the grind. All right. We are the ones making it happen. Okay.
I'll start it over.
Particular broadcast is not for. Hey, good day, YouTubians. This is the day that nature has made for you. You should take full advantage of it. Get up as early as you can. American nationals, you should be about the grind. All right. We are the ones making it happen.
Okay? Can you hear that good out there?
This particular broadcast is not for or intended to be for United States citizens. If you happen to find yourself here, then you might want to find yourself somewhere else. It might be a little static in the line or something like that. But this is solely intended for the American national, foreign national. This is our place here. This is our channel. Anything that is discussed here is intended for that purpose, American national and foreign national building. All right. We are a peaceful people. And we just know what we want. We don't take handouts. We're not welfare recipients. Okay. And it's taken us years, some of us, all of our lives, 30, 40 years, to finally figure the game out, figure out who we are and what we are looking for and what we deserve, what our birthright is. It's taking us this long to do so, but that's all right. As they say, it's better late than never. John. At least we didn't perish, or I should say, transition to the other side or other state, other reality, without coming to this information, knowledge, and knowledge is power. So better late than never. I commend you and condone, or I'm sorry, I commend you for applying that which you are waking up to. It's rough, but it's supposed to be, because it's supposed to make you grow muscle. Okay, so it's okay that it's tough. Cry, do whatever you got to do. All right, to make it through. You're an American national, a foreign national. You were born on this soil. All right, and you were born a man or a woman, and you are born as an alien here because your land was taken. and it was actually obfuscated. It's actually still there, but it's hidden from you. And so you have to tear through the corporate layers in order to get down to the true earth. That is the plight, the current situation of the American national, foreign national. But you can do it, and you will do it. And you will reach and hit that pay dirt, all right? And your children will one day jump, run, play on the ground that you have discovered, all right? We are a peaceful people, I'll say, and we render unto Caesar's that which is Caesar's. We don't take anything from anyone that does not belong to us, nor will we. All right, we are honorable in all of our dealings, and we honor those who work hard and are diligent, who do not let fear cripple them, okay, who want to do right, who are under the moral code as established by the Creator, whomever that may be for you in your particular situation. We do not have to split hairs. We do not have to grasp at straws. We do not have to try to figure out who our Creator is, because we realize we do have a Creator. It does not mean that it's a man. It does not mean that it's an alien. It does not mean that it let their words inhibit you. Number two, make your distinctions. Okay? Who do you say you are? Irregardless of your family history, irregardless of your past, who do you say you are? Make your own distinction. Believe in that distinction. Choose your new indicia or mark. Okay? When on your born date, you were sucked into the corporate existence. All right? Through attornments, through legalities. Okay? Choose your own indicia. That means mark. That's your distinct characterization. Okay? You know, the more Moorish nationals and what have you, they change their name because they choose a distinct characterization or indicia or mark. All right? You set your mark and then you believe in it. Number 4, the world is being divided. So you need, and we need, as American national foreign nationals, to be a force united. The world is being divided. Be a force united. Leave the United States citizens' mindset and state that you have shed off. Leave it off and go forward in your new mark. And then realize your current predicament is due to your current master and your belief systems. So change your master. And
If you're just joining, what we're doing is I was just letting a few people get on in here, and this is Knowledgewell live this evening here. We'll be switching over to Knowledgewell University for the trust courses, for those who have signed up for those and the private. But otherwise, I was just running this until more people get in here. This is a Q&A session, so you have roughly just about a half hour to get any questions that you have in, kind of our pro bono service. So so feel free to hit us up in the comment section. Welcome, Knowledgewell Live.
And your belief, and you'll change your situation. All right? If you're an American national, foreign national, is Caesar your master? Is Caesar your God? Is the government your God? Choose today. Be swift with your choice. Number 7, do you believe you are free? Do you believe you are different? Do you believe you're an American national? Your action should stay so. Excuse me. Do you believe? And lastly, fear, listen, is only doubt in who you aspire to be and the realization of the journey it will take to reach that. Fear is only doubt in who you aspire to be and the realization of the journey it's going to take to get that. That's what fear is. If you're an American national, it's time to shed fear. There is no boogeyman in the dark. There's nothing hiding under your bed, and there's nothing in the closet. It matters little what happens, what's going on around you. The surveillance state. We know that they're listening. We know that they watch. The question is, are you doing honorable dealings in business? Are you harming anyone? Or are you standing upon the ground that your forefathers and foremothers laid for you? Are you standing upon that? Are you diligent in your pursuits? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Everyone should be doing a self-evaluation on a constant basis every day. Okay? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Who do you say you are? What actions are you taking? And lastly, what are you feeding yourself? This is a spiritual journey. It's more about what's within you than without. Feed yourself good things. Drink lemon water every morning. Infuse lemon water. Cucumber. Get back to the basics. All right? Love you. This is Courtney with Knowledgewell Media, Knowledgewell University, the American National Consulate, and what have you. We're here for you. Trust class May 10th on Monday. $10 a.m. Central Time.
All right. Let me stop sharing screen here. We were just waiting on more people to get in here. Welcome. It's Knowledgewell University evening, and we are doing trust course, and this is your pro bono service right here. Your opportunity to get any questions you might have potentially answered. Let me know how the sound is and the video quality and what have you. But welcome. Hopefully my volume is good for you. Let me know if it's not. I'll turn up some things, tweak some dials. Welcome. I was just running some old clips and some things that I had done maybe earlier in the week or what have you until we get more people on. if they so choose to join. This is your time. It's pro bono service. It's free service right here. We kind of giving back. So I just make myself available before we go over into the private classes for the trust courses. So if you have anything you wanted to ask, now is the time to get it in. I could speak all day. I could talk about different topics. My favorite being the bifurcation or the distinction between legal and lawful. And I can run for a while on that. But if you have any questions, this is your time to get your particular questions in. Legal, by definition, let me see here. While we're waiting, I guess I can rant a little bit. Let's see here. One moment. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, what have you. Come on, open up. All right. So let's see. Definition of legal. All right. Yeah, that should be nice there. All right, we'll share screen. Computer's running a little bit slow. All right. So if you, and now I lost it. Where'd you go? Where did you go? I just lost it. I just had it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Knowledgewell Evening, Knowledgewell University, where we're discussing trust classes. If you have any comments or any questions, make sure you put them in the comment section. This is your time. This is our way of giving back. Pro bono service, if you will. And I got to figure out where that just went. I'll figure it out here. Hold on. Definition of, all right. All right, let's try again. All this technology. All right. Well, let's see if it'll let me do it here. All right, there you go. We'll do this. How's that? Can you read that? How's my sound? Let me know. Can you hear me clearly? Is it good? Is it bad? What is it? Hopefully you can read that. All right, so legal, right here. Conforming to the law. Okay, so this is Black's Law Dictionary, 5th edition. Conforming to the law. So that means when something conforms to something else, it does not mean that it's the same thing as it's conforming to, right? So conforming, like a balloon, I always use the analogy, you blow a balloon up, you stick a toy in there. Remember when we were little, we used to do that? And you let the air out and that balloon shrinks down and conforms to the toy. So that's what legal does to law. Okay, the toy would be law, the balloon would be the legal, conforming. So they are not one and the same is the point. There's partial evidence right there, right? Proof, because this is the Black's Law Dictionary. It says according to law, okay, required or permitted by law. So when you're dealing with the legal system, you have to understand that one is the supreme power. Legal gets permits from the law. Okay, it's not the other way around. Right now, what we're living in is the legal system is running the game, running the gambit, as it were. Okay, it's not supposed to be that way. But the reason why it's being allowed to happen, and the reason why that is happening, is because of the fact that we, the people, the physical men and women, are actually the law, right? You're naturally created. You're under God's law, or you are God's law, in fact, right? So the we're supposed to permit the legalities and legal systems, the statutes and codes. We're supposed to be in authority, okay? But it's backwards. So again, legal is permitted by law. In other words, it needs a permit. Not forbidden or discountenanced by law, okay? Good and effectual in law. Moving on. Proper or sufficient to be recognized by the law. See? Legal is recognized by the law. It has the control and power over the legal system. Listen, cognizable in the courts, meaning the courts can actually, it has a capacity, okay, to be heard in courts. Well, the court is the arena where legalities are established, right? All right, so check it out. My favorite part, though, well, here, I won't fast forward. Construed or governed by the rules. What is construed and governed? Legal. Look, by the rules and principles of law. Who's in control? Listen, posited, this is my favorite right here, posited by the courts as the inference or imputation of the law. Key, posited by the courts as we'll look up that word. We'll figure out what that word means. Watch this. As a matter of construction. Legal is a matter of construction rather than established by actual proof. Legal is not established by actual proof. It's a construction. It's something that is, I always use the analogy of a reconstructed crime scene, right? The CSI Miami, New York Undercover, all that, you watch those, you'll see that they have to reconstruct the crime scene because they did not actually have firsthand knowledge of what was going on, but they need to build a case. So they reconstruct the case. And when they get to court, once they've built beyond a reasonable doubt, right? They build the case. Now they're going to go to court, and the court is going to posit. Okay, let's look at what that means. This is your opportunity to get your questions answered right here. This is your pro bono service by Knowledgewell Media. 5:37. We have about a half hour or so. This is our give back here, your pro bono service, where you can get some questions in. All right, as opposed to having to do a consultation or whatever. But let me see if I can pull this up for you. This can get interesting here. Look up here. Posits. What's posits mean? This is what the courts do. What does it mean to posit? Look it. Can you see this? Oh, I got to get it over there. Here. Look it. This is what the courts do. Assume. Can you read that? I'll blow it up a little bit. I think that works. Here we go. Posit. Assume as a fact. It's an assumption. Look it. Put forward as a basis of argument. Okay? Just something they put forward to argue. A reconstruction. Look, put in position, place, a statement which is made on the assumption that it will prove to be true. Something put forward first before it's even fact. Remember, what did we just see? Look it. What did we just read? What are we discussing? Legal. So when you're talking about a legal system, okay, or any kind of a legal name, a legal entity, right? This is what you're saying. It's something that is put forward that is not necessarily a fact, and it's an assumption. A legal name is not a fact of law. It's an assumption. Assumption of what, you might ask, right? That would be the question. Look, as a matter of construction, who uses this legal system? The courts. Look, posited by the courts. Why do they do that? Because they don't have fact. They can't operate in law. Legal is not the same as law. This is your evidence right here. Black's Law 5th edition. This is what, okay? They're just trying to reconstruct a crime, basically. Put your comments in the comments section. This is your time, pro bono service. I'm just ranting until you guys put your questions. This is your time. Take advantage of it. It's 5:39. We'll be switching over to Knowledgewell University, where the trust course will be on tonight. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. I think it's Fridays. Oh, yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. Mondays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Standard Time, Central Standard Time. And then Saturdays is 10 a.m. Okay. So if you're interested in that, I think I put, right there in the chat. There you go. Knowledgewell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. And you can get enrolled in that class and perhaps even get in tonight if you're interested at that Gmail there. But anyways, I was just sharing with you a little information here because it's important to know the difference between law and what is legal. Legal conforms to law. Law is the father. Okay. And this was created. This is in the land of fiction, the corporation. Okay. That's what does a corporation do? A corporation is well, corpse being the operative word, right? Like a dead body or a body, the corpus, right? And so what's the purpose? Okay. It basically gives you a capacity, a legal capacity, an ability, a fiction of law. Okay. Watch this. Let me show you something. What's a fiction of law? All right, here we go. Look, an assumption. See, everything in the legal realm is an assumption or a presumption. It's not actual. It's not even based on fact usually. It's just a reconstruction. They're just putting little pieces together so that they can build some kind of conclusion. Okay, look it right here. They work in fictions of law. You wouldn't even think that something like this would be in the dictionary, right? In the law dictionary. Look it, an assumption or supposition, I suppose, right, of law. An assumption or supposition of law, not law. Look, that something which is or may be false is true. Look, or that a state of facts exists which has never really taken place. It never took place. It was never real in the first place. That's what legal is. That's what a legal entity is. That's what a legal name is. Something that's given to you, okay, to form some kind of a presumption or assumption. That's what it is. Look, an assumption for purposes of justice. Remember, the courts posit or bring it forth, right? For a legal purpose so that they can get something done. Look, purposes of justice, right? Let the courts claim justice of a fact that does not or may not exist. That's what we're dealing in. A rule of law which assumes as true, okay, and will not allow to be disproved something which is false, but not impossible. See, that's why affidavits are important, right? Because an affidavit defeats presumptions because it's your declaration of a fact. And you're stating that I have firsthand knowledge of what I'm speaking of or what I'm declaring. And I challenge anyone else to come and refute it or rebut it. That's what's going on. That's the game. That's how you defeat a presumption. Okay, so the affidavit, that's what makes it so powerful, is it's the opposite of a fiction of law. Whereas legality, here going back, whereas legal conforms to law, the affidavit is the law. Look, where legal is, where does it say, posited by the courts as just an inference or imputation of the law, the affidavit is the law once again. Okay, as a matter of construction rather than established by actual proof. The affidavit is actual proof because it's firsthand. All right, let me go to the comment section and see if anybody's talking about something here. Aquarius Jones, you are very welcome. Thank you for tuning in and your support. Tony Cooper, just finished supporting your cousin. Courtney, what's up? Hey, what's up, Tony Cooper? Thanks for tuning in. This is Knowledgewell Media, and we have Knowledgewell University tonight, which is the trust course. And again, if you're interested, the Knowledgewell Gmail is right there at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions, this is your pro bono service that we afford and give as our thanks for your support. So before the course, which is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, I usually try and get on here an hour ahead of time so that you can get your questions in. Let me know how the sound is and the quality of everything, and so I can make sure it's a good presentation. But I'm just going over legal, just ranting a little bit, things you might hear if you watch some of the videos that I put out. But it's very vital that you understand the difference between legal and lawful. So yeah, put your questions in the comments. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see what we got here. Aquarius Jones, what time is class? Class is 6 p.m. Central tonight. Knowledgewell University going on. So, yep, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks. So this is your opportunity to get your questions in if you have any. This is our pro bono service where we give back. So we're here for you. I was just going over, ranting a little bit about some of the intricacies of the legal system and what have you. And here's another interesting thing. Let me share a screen here. One moment. There we go. Check this out. Citizen. Are you a citizen? This is Black's Law Dictionary. Yes, it is always 6 o'clock, Aquarius. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Except for Saturdays. Saturdays is 10 a.m., so it's not always 6 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays are 6 p.m. Saturdays is 10 a.m. All right, so moving on. A citizen. Are you a citizen? Look. 1. Who, under the Constitution and laws of the United States. Who? The United States. Under their law. Under their Constitution. What position do you hold as a citizen? Here it is. Under. Something should be wrong. You should see something wrong. That should send up a red flag to you right there, because it says quite clearly that the government derives its just powers from the consent of the governed, right? So that would put you in a position over, not under. Moving on. Or of a particular state. Is a member. What's a member? One who voluntarily joins an association, right? Or becomes a partner, right? Okay, so a citizen is not only under, but is enjoined as a partner. Of what? A partner of the political community. What is political? Well, let me ask you this. What's politics? You may have heard me say it before. Politics is the study of something. Well, I'm sorry, it's the science of government. That's what politics is, the science of government. Okay? Science is the study of something, and government, that's 2 words. Govern means to control, and ment comes from the Latin mentes, which means the mind or the head. So when you're a member of the political community, you're a member of the community that studies how to control your head or your mind. All right. Not so good for a citizen thus far. Right? All right, moving on. Oh, wrong way. Let me see. Where you at? All right. Give me something here. Where you at? My bad. There it is. Here's the rest of the citizen. Owing allegiance. Uh-oh. Well, if you owe, that suggests that you're a debtor. And aren't we trying to be creditors? Then you don't want to be in this position. You're owing, right? Allegiance. And being entitled to the enjoyment of full civil rights. Okay, so a citizen is simply and merely entitled to something. All right, so that means permitted. That means you have a license to have these rights. Okay, so that's a problem for me. Okay, because as a man, I don't want to be a debtor, for one, and for two, I should have natural, unalienable, or unalienable rights, right? I shouldn't have to wait for someone to entitle me with something, especially a right. So far, being a citizen is not where I want to be. So check it out. The enjoyment of what kind of rights? Full civil rights. Wait a minute. What happened to unalienable? What happened to natural rights? What happened to God-given rights? I'd rather have those. Why do I have to wait for the state or the United States to entitle me to civil rights? What is civil rights? Civil has to do with the Roman civil law, right? Listen, all persons born or naturalized in the United States. Were you born and naturalized in the United States? Isn't the United States a federal corporation? And subject to, there it is again, subject. What position is a subject in? Isn't that a, slavery type situation underneath something or someone? Look at subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Oh, here we go. This one here. Let's bring it home. Members. There it is again. Voluntarily, enjoined as in a partnership of a what type of community again? Political community, a community that studies how to control your mind or your head, who in their associated capacity. What's an associated capacity? Isn't that the same thing as a membership or a partnership? So when you're a citizen, you're considered a partner in a partnership, and you're under that capacity or ability. Listen, have established or submitted, when you submit yourself to somebody, themselves to the dominion of a government. I got to check this out. I'm not liking that. So far, everything is putting me into some kind of a debtor class if I'm a citizen. So far, I'm under something. So far, I'm definitely not at the top of the game, right? Something else is over me. Well, now they went as far as to say, submitted themselves to the dominion of a government. What government? The United States, right? So let's take a look at what dominion suggests. Let's take a look at that. Let's look it up. Go to my favorite spot here. See if it'll come up fast. Yeah, there we go. I go here quite often, so let me know how my sound is. Make sure everything's working right, please. I appreciate it and your support. So we're going to look at dominion, and this is a place that you want to check out all the time when you're trying to figure out the root of a word or the originations of a word. You want to go to this place here, Online Etymology Dictionary. Pretty simple. You can just type in just like I just did. And then we're going to look at dominion. So this is what you, as a citizen, if you're a citizen, you've submitted your, thank you, Aquarius, for telling me I sound great. I appreciate that. All right. Aquarius. Well, I get books usually from places like Half Price Books. I'm in Wisconsin. I don't know if that's a national chain, but I like to get, books that are already broken in, and you can find some real gems at these places. You can order online as well. But anyways, dominion, lordship. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to know that you taking on the title of a citizen makes you subject to a lordship, a sovereign or supreme authority, as in a god? Isn't that the same, basically the definition of a god is a supreme authority? Do you see how things have been flipped around? You see how things have been flipped around? The state has become your lordship, it has become your supreme authority, if that is, you take on the status of a citizen. So this is why we as American nationals, we have made an election and a choice. We'd rather revert back to the old way of doing things, where the men and women, I should say, were kings, had a loyal title to their properties and things like that, and they did not have to be taxed to death for it. What are the natural rights? Interesting question, but straight up, everything that is natural is your rights. You don't have limitations. They're unalienable, meaning no one can put a lien against them. That's the whole point. You have the right to enjoyment of what? The life, what is it? Liberty, the pursuit of happiness, whatever that may be. The only two laws really in the natural system is that you don't harm another and that you don't damage someone else's property. That's really all there is when it comes to law. That's it. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's all there is. Don't hurt somebody or anybody, and don't damage their property. Other than that, fish where you want to. I mean, really? You're going to regulate me fishing to feed my family? Yeah, and you can come up with whatever excuse you have or whatever you want to for the reasons why you want to regulate it. But the fact of the matter is it's simply legal. And I just conveyed to you what legal is. It's just something that they formulated. It's not based on fact. It's a presumption and an assumption. Ugh. Got to spit that out. All right, going to the comment section. The Law of Nations book of Emer de Vattel is a good read. All right, thanks, John. I have to check it out. Aquarius, sound is great. Appreciate it. That's right, John Mello. That is absolutely 100% correct. No body, no crime. Where's the corpus delicti? And I did a great study on that. It gets pretty deep. Maybe I don't know where that is right now, but you're absolutely right. Corpus delicti. It's actually delecte or something like that when I looked up the pronunciation. It's weird. Yeah, put your questions down below if you have them. We have we got about a minute or two. We'll be switching over to Knowledgewell University. Hopefully your face is in. It will be in the place. If here, I'll put the Gmail back up. There you go. There's the Gmail. And Beth will be sending around the link to those who have signed up for the course. There are donation installments that you can make so that, if you cannot make the full donation, the minimum donation, that we can break that up for you. We want as many people as possible to be part of the education for trust. Trusts are very important in the learning of administering your estate. All right. So if you don't have any other questions, I'm going to get ready to switch over. We'll be right back. All right. We want to thank you for tuning in to this pregame. It is now time for us to switch over to Knowledgewell University. And I guess this will be streamed, this here particular, what we do, about a half hour, 45 minutes, will be up on YouTube. So you can always refer back to it and see what we were talking about and discussing, legal versus lawful. But I have to get going to get switched out to class. And we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Mondays and Wednesdays for the course. 6 p.m. is Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Saturdays is 10 a.m. Okay? So I'm going to get out of here, and I got to switch over to the private side. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're going to be over to Knowledgewell University, we'll see you in a little bit. All right? Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.